My sister mocked me for not being able to find a good guy. At her engagement party, I showed everyone a video of her fiancé flirting with me at a party just a week earlier. The engagement was called off right there. I have always been the disappointment in my family compared to my sister Jenna. Not because I'm a mess or anything. I have my life together, own my apartment, and actually make decent money. But according to my family, especially Jenna, I'm wasting my potential because I'm still single. The last 2 years have been absolute hell. Every family gathering, every Sunday dinner, every holiday, Jenna finds a way to bring up my dating life. Still no boyfriend, sis? Maybe if you weren't so picky. Men don't like women who are too independent, you know? It got worse after she started dating Tony last year. Tony became her whole personality. Tony this, Tony that. He was supposedly this amazing catch. Good family, stable job, wants kids, the whole package. She'd constantly compare other guys to him, especially the ones I dated. Why can't you find someone like Tony? Tony would never do that. I was so sick of hearing about perfect Tony. Last week, I was at my friend Nikki's birthday party at this bar downtown. It wasn't anything fancy, just drinks and dancing. Around midnight, I was at the bar ordering another round when this drunk guy started hitting on me. Guess who? Yep, Tony. He clearly didn't recognize me. Jenna and I look nothing alike, and he'd only met me once briefly at a family thing. My friend Leona noticed what was happening and started recording on her phone. She later told me something felt off about the way he was acting. In the video, Tony's clearly wasted, getting way too close, trying to get my number. He kept saying stuff like, my relationship isn't serious, and I'm not really ready to settle down yet. The kicker? He tried to kiss me. When I pushed him away and told him who I was, he turned white as a sheet and practically ran out of the bar. I sat on that video for a week, torn about what to do. Part of me wanted to tell Jenna privately, but every time I thought about it, I remembered all the times she'd humiliated me in front of our family, all the snide comments about how I can't keep a man. Then came their engagement party yesterday. About 50 people at our parents' house. Family, friends, their coworkers. Right before the toast started, Jenna cornered me by the bathroom. You know, she said, loud enough for nearby guests to hear, if you weren't so difficult, you could find someone like Tony instead of dying alone with your cats. She doesn't even know if I like cats. Something in me snapped. When it was time for speeches, I asked to go first. I looked directly at Jenna and Tony at their sweetheart table. You know, my sister always says I need to find someone like Tony. Someone perfect, right? Well, Jenna, I actually had a really interesting interaction with Tony last week that I'd love to share with everyone. I connected my phone to the TV and watched Jenna's smug smile slowly fade. I have a special video to show everyone about how amazing Tony really is. The video started playing. You could hear every word. Tony's slurred voice calling me baby, asking for my number, saying how he wasn't looking for anything serious, and how relationships are just for show anyway. The camera caught him perfectly as he leaned in to kiss me, then his face turning ghost white when I told him who I was. The silence in the room was deafening. Then all hell broke loose. Jenna's champagne glass slipped from her hand, shattering on the floor. You're lying, she whispered, then louder. You're lying. But her eyes were glued to the TV, watching Tony's drunk attempts to kiss her own sister. Tony jumped up, knocking over his chair. Baby, I was wasted. I didn't know what I was doing. He tried to reach for Jenna, but her dad stepped between them. Tony's mom started screaming in Spanish, something about mentiroso and sinvergüenza, while hitting him with her purse. His father just sat there, head in his hands, muttering, not again. She ripped off her engagement ring and threw it at Tony, nailing him right in the forehead. 6 years of my life, she sobbed. 6 years. My mom was crying, mascara running down her face. Dad was trying to keep Jenna's friends from going after Tony. Someone's grandmother was praying in the corner. Tony's sister was recording everything on her phone. It's probably on TikTok by now. Tony tried one last time. It was just a mistake. I only love you, Jenna. That's when I played the video again, this time focusing on the part where he said, my girlfriend? Nah, she's just for show. I'm not trying to settle down yet. He finally gave up and ran out, literally ran, leaving his car in the driveway. His mom chased him down the street, still swinging her purse and yelling in Spanish. Half the family thinks I'm a hero. Dad secretly texted, good job, kiddo. And my younger cousins are calling me their icon. The other half, well, mom won't speak to me, and my aunts are saying I ruined the family's reputation.